Hey, what's going on? My name is Steve Crandall, and in the early 90s, what started out as an art project ended up becoming an FBM bike company. Today we're here at Radshare headquarters where we're going to be checking out the archives. We've got some old FBM stuff on display. One of the first things we're going to dive into is an FBM video named after a G.G. Allin tattoo. It's called Live Fast Die. Does my head look fat in these jeans? This is actually still in the cellophane somehow. All shiny and nice and new. And came out on VHS in 1997, which puts it at about 1996. I was living in Dayton, Ohio, and then kind of migrated over to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and then ended up in Davenport, Iowa before breaking my leg real bad, and then moving back to New York where I reconnected with Mike Tagg. We kind of collaborated on the footage that we'd all been filming and eventually edited this 19-minute video, which was pretty unique for that era. It was pretty fast-paced. The music was pretty heavy, pretty energetic to kind of match, the way we were living back then. I feel like all the FBM videos were an honest reflection of like who we were and how we were living at the time. So I think when we first started filming, the camera I was using was a hand-me-down from Props. And I think they reported it stolen and like sold it to us real cheap. And it was like, the heads on it were messed up. So there was like a bunch of glitchy footage. So some of the amateurish quality of these early FBM videos, you can, we'll blame on the equipment being a little funny. So we had that Canon and I think I passed it along to Tagg. And then I was gonna buy like a 60s Lincoln Continental with suicide doors. I had like $1,000 and there was a car for sale and I wanted it. But instead I bought like a Sony Hi8 camera. It was smaller and it worked a little bit better than the Canon. And I don't know how I figured this out, but I took apart a video projector and I took all the glass out of it and I made a wide angle lens, like kind of a fisheye out of the disassembled glass from the video projector. And I crazy glued it to like a camera ring that you would be able to thread onto the front of the camera. It didn't vignette super bad, but like sometimes I would flip it around backwards and put it on there and it would have a pretty big vignette around the whole image. And you can kind of tell in some of the video clips we're holding stuff in front of the camera lens. When Live Fast Die came out, it was good enough quality and interesting enough that people were starting to take notice of like us as a crew. All of our friends, we weren't like a team, like a bike company team at that point. We hadn't even made bikes yet. You got anyone from like Dave Miro to Colin Winkleman to, Joe Rich, Sandy Carson, Mike Griffin, all the ECD guys like Timmy Ball out at S&M, all the dudes in Dayton, Bethlehem, Rampage Skate Park, like all these people are in this video. And it's all just homies, it's like pretty indicative of like the way BMX was back then. Like everyone just rode together and it was like everyone rode everything. And this video kind of covers a lot of that ground. It's dirt, street, skate park. But this one stands out for me, because it was super fast, hectic, had all kinds of different riding, but it was really kind of like outside the formula of videos at the time. It wasn't like rider sections or scene reports or contest format. It was just like chaos on a VHS tape, and it was, you watch it, get stoked, go ride, and then come back and, film another one.